Happy 420, friends! If you don't know what that means, you should probably pause this video and go give that a Google. All caught up? Great. So to celebrate this unofficial holiday, we here at Top 10 Gaming decided to give you our list of the top 10 video games with the most drugs in them. There's surprisingly not a ton of video games that allow players to smoke weed. Rather, many games invent their own drugs that give off similar effects to those that exist in the real world. Except it's not bad, because they're fictional, right? Right. And at number 10, Watch Dogs Digital Trips. In the world of Watch Dogs, it feels as if there's nothing you can't do with technology. Enter Digital Trips, an app that uses binaural beats from the smartphone to put you into a temporary unconscious dream state where you can play surreal and trippy games inside your head. There's a few digital trips that you can choose from, including one from an alternate future, one that takes place in a hellish version of Chicago, one where you maneuver a giant mechanical spider, one where you must locate undercover cyborgs, and another where you soar through the sky bouncing on flowers. The latter feels the closest to drug usage, or at least non-panicky drug usage. And at number 9, The Witcher 2, Visionary's Potion. There's one mission in the game called Path to Vision. You get to drink something called the Visionary's Potion, which gives you a hallucinogenic experience. Part of the mission requires you to meditate until dawn and then take the potion. The results? Well, a giant chicken and some rather phallic-looking mushrooms appear. Geralt then expresses out loud that, I quote, "Nobody needs to know about this one," because it's all a dick joke, because chickens, cocks, eat dick jokes. And at number 8, Mother 3, Magic Mushrooms. When it was released back in 2006, Mother 3 received rave reviews. It's been called one of the best RPGs for the Game Boy Advance, with critics praising it for its depth of quality that few titles many times its budget can achieve, with affecting scenes and an unexpected impact. While it may have many noteworthy emotional and thematically gripping scenes, it also has some hilariously smart ones, including one in which you consume mushrooms in order to heal your entire party after an attack. And of course, turns out that those mushrooms are magic mushrooms. From then on out, the world around you has been severely transformed into a psychedelic drug trip, with much of the objects and events you encounter warped to better fit the mind state of someone who is high. And at 7, Morrowind, Skooma. In Elder Scrolls Morrowind, skooma is an illegal narcotic that is made from refined moon sugar. It can be smoked or it can be drunk from a bottle, and bottles go for about 500 gold a pop. While it isn't addictive and doesn't cause any permanent damage to your character, taking skooma will enhance your speed and strength by 20 points for 60 seconds, but it will also drain your agility and intelligence by 20 points for 60 seconds. And if you take a lot of it at once, this will happen. And at number 6, Skyrim, Redwater Skooma. Turns out Morrowind isn't the only Elder Scrolls game to dabble in narcotics, or rather the side effects of taking skooma, and more specifically Redwater Skooma, which is more potent. Skyrim is a bit more of an updated version of this. Drinking multiple bottles of this moon sugar potion distorts your vision and makes everything a little bit more psychedelic. Another bonus to this skooma update is that, compared to prior Elder Scrolls games, taking skooma in Skyrim doesn't negatively affect any of your other stats, so it's just pure recreational drug joy there. And at number 5, the Fallout series. Chems. Chems exist all throughout the Fallout franchise. According to the game, chems were a pre-war term used to describe narcotic drugs and substances that cause temporary side effects. Some bad, some good. Some are addictive, and some aren't. There are Mentats, a pre-war party drug, Buffout, a sports enhancement one, Med-X, a painkiller, and Psycho, a combat enhancement drug. There's even Jet, a newer drug synthesized out of Brahmin dung fumes. This is when you gotta be resourceful. Once you're addicted, it's hard to shake, although there are a few perks that reduce addiction chance. Turns out there's actually mods that have been created to give chems visual side effects rather than just affecting your stats, including one called Drugs Are Bad, okay?
If you do them, you're bad, because drugs are bad, okay?
And at number 4, Hotline Miami 2, Apocalypse. Drugs are featured all throughout the Hotline Miami series, but the final level of the second game definitely takes the cake for the most visceral drug experience the series has to offer. After taking a bunch of pills, your world immediately changes, and you go on a drug-induced rampage in one of the most memorable, visually striking levels the game has. As you progress, it only gets more intense, more bloody, and more psychedelic, plus a little bit terrifying. And at number 3, Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 features a few opportunities to get your high on. There's some red pills in Dr. Earnhardt's cave that, if you pop them, will make you hallucinate and end up at a nightclub, where you get into a fight. It's a flashback to a nightclub in Bangkok, Thailand that gives some exposition on how Jason and his pals ended up on Rook Island. In addition to that, there's a mission that involves you burning down a weed crop with a flamethrower. And by crop, I mean crops, there's tons of them everywhere. And at number 2, NARC 2005, all of the drugs. Back in 1988, there was an arcade game called NARC that was developed by William Electronics that was considered to be one of the first ultra-violent video games ever. You play as Max Force and Hitman, who are dispatched on Project NARC, a mission where you need to arrest and kill drug offenders, confiscate their money and narcotics, and defeat a villain named Mr. Big. Flash forward to 2005. The game was remade for the PS2, Xbox, and PC. The story differs a bit. You now play as a narcotics officer and a DEA agent, who are reunited to investigate a new drug on the streets called Liquid Soul. After you confiscate the drugs, you can either take them to the evidence room or keep them and use them yourself. Each of the drugs have different effects, changing the way you move in the game and the way the world visually appears around you. Sound is affected too, sometimes featuring your heartbeat or causing you to hear whispering voices. And finally, in our number 1 spot, GTA 5. There are a lot of ways that you can take drugs in Grand Theft Auto 5, from smoking weed in Franklin's house, to sniffing gasoline as Trevor, to taking horse tranquilizers and going on a serious drug trip. There's a ton of creative ways to get high. But perhaps one of the most enticing drug trips comes in the form of the grassroots side mission, which is part of the Strangers and Freak missions that pop up on your map. A dude named Barry, who is an off-his-rocks marijuana activist in a suit, gets you to smoke some of his strain of weed. When Michael smokes it, you need to fight off hordes of invading aliens. When Trevor smokes it, you fight off hordes of evil clowns. And when Franklin smokes it, nothing happens. Hilariously so. Alright, there we have it, friends. Which of these drug moments did you enjoy the most? Are there other games we should have mentioned on the list? Let us know in those comments below. If you dug this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to hang out with us some more, hit that subscribe button. We also have a ton of other great gaming videos for you guys to check out, so why not click on the playlist that's currently flashing on your screen right now. In the meantime, thanks for watching everyone. I've been Kelly Pally and this has been Top 10 Gaming. Catch you all in the next one.